What up, everybody, and welcome to Baz on Blades. My name is Baz, and I talk about blades, but what you're looking at right now is not a blade, of course. That is a junk tree, about 4-inch diameter junk tree on the edge of my property that I cut down because it was leaning out in my way when I had to mow the yard. And I got a bunch of ammunition today. Dan the man brought me over a bunch of loose 45 ACP, and I had some hollow points in there. I needed to clear out some space, so I wanted to shoot a magazine out of my 45, clear some space for that other ammo. And I have been very curious about penetration of hard barriers with hollow points. I think we've all seen the testing online against sheetrock where you have hollow points that are clogged up and they fail to expand. And I didn't have any sheetrock sitting around that I wanted to shoot holes in, so I came out here and I shot through this cut off tree. Now, you can see here there is quite a bit of damage. There is through and through center shots on this, and I may cut this off to see if there's any rounds that are stopped within this tree. But I did recover some rounds beyond the tree, back behind it, and you may not be able to tell on the video, but there is wood that has been blown off of this tree that's all around it. It does extend back about 6 feet behind this tree. So the round was putting a ton of energy onto the tree. I did recover 4 rounds. Now, I didn't do a lot of digging back in this overgrowth here because Baz on Blades is scared of poison ivy and poison oak. I'm very sensitive to it, so I didn't dig around there for much, but I did recover 4 rounds. So let's take a look. What we've got here, this is the firearm they were shot out of. This is my old school Springfield XD. It is a 5-inch tactical model in 45 ACP, 13+1 capacity. Now, what I was shooting was 230 grain standard pressure federal HST. It is my HST is my go-to round in 45 ACP and 9mm. And you can see right here the 4 rounds that I recovered all exhibit some expansion. They all exhibit some expansion. Sorry about that focus, guys. Shouldn't have used a glass top table to set it on. But all of these rounds, they exhibit expansion, even though all of them came out clogged with wood. So I think, you know, if I have to shoot through a tree at somebody, I don't have to worry too much about expansion. Now, Baz on Blades, this is not very scientific. You're supposed to be shooting into ballistic gel. Well, I don't have any ballistic gel that grows on the edge of my property, but I do have trees, and I can shoot them for free. So, it's a very, I love federal HST. Shoot it into water and it just looks like a flower. It just comes out perfectly expanded all the time. In any fluid type media, whether it's water or ballistic gel or anything like that, it's just one of the cleanest performing modern hollow point designs that I've ever seen. Now, that may not have opened like a flower, but do you want this tumbling through your body? I don't think that I do, guys. I don't think I'm going to get shot with this and then go, oh, you didn't hurt me, it didn't expand fully. I don't think that at all. I think that I would probably cry and lay down and die if I got shot with this right here, guys. Look at that. Imagine that tumbling through your body. That is crazy, crazy. And it was, even though this is a standard pressure 230 grain, it was putting plenty of energy on that tree. Total shoot through on a 4-inch green TV, a green tree. So I think that's a barrier test enough to determine that yes, even though they come through clogged to a different degree, they are still viable as a bullet design. I don't know what I'm trying to think of, guys. Yeah, I love Federal HST. It is just super, super consistent. Man, that glass top is causing some craziness with my camera. Let's get away from this thing, guys. We'll walk over here and we will look at this. You see any of those that you want to get shot with, even though they're not perfectly opened, expanded? I don't see, there's so many jagged points on these. If I had to pay per jagged point on these bullets, I couldn't afford to be shot with these if I had to pay per jagged point. Yeah, I love these, guys. I love it. So I think that we're seeing that even with some hard barrier penetration, we're still seeing that we're going to get some expansion, and it's still going to be a decent round. Now, is this going to apply to all hollow points? I have no idea, guys. I have no idea. But it was fun to do. It wasn't too fun to go back in the weeds and dig around in the dirt for it. But, you know, it is what it is. Baz on Blades is willing to give 110% to entertain his viewers. And every one of you are invited to come over and rub some calamine lotion on me if I get poison ivy. No, you're not. No, you're not. Because I don't have any women that are subscribers. You're all men. And I don't want anybody rubbing calamine lotion on me. So, there you go, guys. All jokes aside, yeah, I think that many modern hollow points are so good. These perforated jacket hollow points, they're just so good, guys. Even if they don't expand all the way because they're clogged up, I believe that you can't argue with something like this. You cannot argue that that would not be effective against flesh and bone. That's just, to me, that's just really nasty. I don't want that tumbling through my body at all, guys. So, there you go. 230 grain standard pressure Federal HST out of a 5-inch barrel Springfield XD. And that is, like I say, approximately 4-inch diameter, green, still wet, full of sap, tree. So I honestly, guys, I would expect this round to perform much the same through drywall like you would find on the interior of your home. So there you go. As always, thanks for watching one of my videos. God bless all of you, and we will talk to you again.